Oh, I hope this is rolling. This is the screen I was looking at last night. I, I recovered it. I don't dare touch a button. I want this data. Look at this plum. If I'm lucky, I can still slow it down. We've got it with a timestamp. Ah, yes. Right, look at this percussion wave. This is last night. It's going away from the area of flow. This whole flow is going south, like this. This comes out, but look at this energy field here that's a square. When this chem bomb comes out, prow wake, it goes square, turns into like that sock look. Now you'll have a lot of individual explosions here making each one of these arcs that you're going to see. Oh my, this screen stayed loaded. I'll load the other ones as I go, but this is a chem bomb. Then I'll show you where I am on the map. If I'm lucky, it stays. This is going to make me nervous. I don't want to lose this data. So I'm just going to cruise down the coast and let it roll, because I can go through this data later. EMF bombs here, and chem. See them going off? We'll let it roll. I'm going to keep pausing here. Boom. Cluster bomb just went off there. Wow. Blatant. I'm going to cruise down the coast a little more. Center of squareulation, because it's not really or we should call it perturbation, because they're perturbing the atmosphere. Chem bombs flowing in against the flow here. Everything should be circulating around in a round manner. So when I see something jet off in the opposite direction, it's a telltale sign of geoengineering. This is the setup from late last night GMT. This loop starts at 4. I was about 10 something a.m. last night. I'll see if we can catch it. 10:40 a.m. and the loop will end right here at 2:30 a.m. my time, which would be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon your time. This is the visible radar. You can only use it during the day, really. Boom. So right where it turns the corner, it goes volatile almost all the time. Trying to get it. So it turns the corner down here. Right? That's always. If it's moving this way, the higher winds will be on this side, because the momentum is added to the direction of the storm and its winds. Oh my, boom, 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 boom. See it? Evenly spaced. I'm going to just have it on pause a minute. It's creeping. Serious chem bomb deployment. I don't know if I dare put cities on. No cities around here. All this that's out here is coming up and in. So what's being sprayed over the ocean out here is coming over land. So they could bomb in international waters and then send it over. What's going on out here? I'm hearing terrible explosions. I'm hearing that HARP has been wide open, or frequency devices, let's just call them that. Because HARP is in Alaska. The other devices have other names. And then we get ripped for that. So I just wanted you to know. A lot of stuff's being done with NexRad. Had that earthquake in the Adelaide area, which I said the other week. Well, it wasn't even in a week. It's been only about 4 days or so. I said, the EMF is so bad, and this one area had a big pop. I said, it won't surprise me if they don't get a quake down Adelaide way. Might not use those words, but I hovered over it. It's hard to remember every word you say. You're like Kissinger and got a scribe. Yeah, this ain't circulating. That ain't clear clouds. This we call a Landocane. Or Frankenstorms. Depends, you want to put Frankenstein in front of things, but Frankenstein would take the parts of other things and put them together. This is creating. This is not cloud seeding. There's not an existing cloud to make. Right? These are chem bombs. This is cloud creation. This is geoengineering. Look at the chem bombs going by here. Boom, boom, boom. Look how square that is. Watch. I'll get it from the beginning of the deployment. In a row like that, evenly spaced square clouds. That's geoengineer. So it started at 10:30. How long did that last? 10 minutes. 20. 30. 6 of them. Like a domino. 7. It's going on. It's going on. Still going on. It's square. Square clouds, not going round. They're going to go around collecting money for this. It's trillions of dollars that'll indebt every country individually to the International Monetary Fund. That's not a bad idea. It sounds good, don't it? Like a sounding rocket came off through here. It's another method they use. Phew. As it goes higher and higher in the atmosphere, it gets a little telltale zigzags to it. A T-shaped cloud telling us it's not too late, or maybe that's the initials of the guy that just did this, that designed the program. There's chem bombs going on. If I'm lucky, it'll show cities. I'm going to give it a chance, then I'm going to update this. Oh, see, that's right off the coast of Byron. That's Brisbane. Well, this area here is marked for mineral deposits of graphene. It's in the mud. This area here is marked for a new city, high-speed rail satellite city between Brisbane and here. Casino and all that. So if you bought in out there, you'll do well. Costs? Well, we can run it again. Now you got this. You can see a little better. And I'll show you the weather plan. This is an impossible storm. You can even see in the center here the microwaves boiling it up. Heat in the center flowing out toward the other, creating that shock wave. Does the radar makes it look worse than it is. Well, you can't get no worse than flooding people though. But you got to have a storm that looks like what people expect a storm to look like. Well, you can't just show them this and have the tornadoes come down. They have to see something they expect. The supercell is rotating, and they use all these languages, but they don't tell you that a mammatus clouds that somebody sent me pictures of preceded the tornadoes. And I did say there'd be tornadic activity. You can expect it. You can expect it today. I'm just going slow over this image from last night. I'm going to refresh it and see what happens now. Alright, we've seen it. That was the setup. Some of the sprays from here, the earthquake area. See if it'll move. Now my hands are not touching the mouse. This computer's choppy and moving on its own. Okay? Okay, there we go. Isn't that odd, huh? It's just streaming down. Magnetic particulates. Look at the EMF around here. See if we can pick up the pop. I'll turn some of these cities up. We could read this cloud better. How many directions of the wind did you have? That's be an occluded front. One, they'll say one going over the top of the other. And that makes things really volatile and very electric. So this was last night. I'm going to refresh this. While that's refreshing, I'm gonna connection interrupted. Yeah, look at things. I don't need 2 sap viewers. Let's see what's going on now. Bzzz, frying that storm right here. So this EMF here, that's a big beam. That'll pin this north and energize this area. And with the combination of the beams crossing, remember Ghostbusters, never cross the beams. They cross them and it makes it more volatile. This is more of a fan beam. Oh, excuse me. I didn't intend to do that. Let's go back. That'll be Brisbane, Marbury, isn't it? Bzz, 1, 2, 3, Pulsing, Guilty Grafton. Nope, that's Marburg. See if I can pick out where that one's going. Now, these black ones here, let me explain this legend here. These are dedicated radar. These ones here are not always on. They usually they're experimental. They all have the ability to launch weather balloons. There's a difference between the two. These ones were upgraded And the upgraded ones after that started doing what I called the circle beams that you see in like here. Gimpy is always keeping moisture north. They pin the storm. Yeah, that's centered in Marburg. And somebody worked on the Marburg station. Can't tell me they don't know what they did after he left work. I showed it's the epicenter of beams. It's pulsing big from over this way. That cuts the storm, creates a convection like this. Pulse out here, look at the curve. So something is out at sea manipulating that. That's pulse right here. Right off the coast. So really, man, they're volatile here. That's going to force that in farther. And the energy of the prow wake of that should be viewable here. Let's look. Shall we look? Alright, that's visible. We'll have to change. I hope this is working. I'm going to look back over and see. Good. Please don't put smoke out the back of the computer. Thank you everybody who's helping buy a new setup here to show the guilt with. Or to hope, and to show the victory of non-guilt. Look at that. That's odd. Not naturally occurring cloud formation. Very odd. Well, let's look at it. Shall we? Why not? And I can't see the comments you're typing while I'm operating my screen. It's not being too happy about that square cloud. So I'm going to go over to the subject. What's happening? And get a little coastal going. This is the image from, says Monday. This is this morning. So where that data left off, this doesn't quite pick up. There's about a 3-hour gap between my last one and this. So this one starts at 5 something a.m. I'll catch that. I want to see the timestamp. So 5:20 a.m. till 9 a.m. 5:20 a.m. my time is roughly look it up. 5:20 a.m. my time was probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday your time. East Coast Oz. Look at the Kanban deployment here again. 4 of them. They like that number, don't they? They seem to get the coverage they need to go around a corner with it. Look at the hexagonal shape to this. That's indicative of a laser, as most of them have hexagonal focal lenses. I know some will be round, but I'm telling you, usually you come out as a hex. Just having a look. It's not happy, this program today. Well, we could just patiently wait it out. Like I said, I need a new setup and we're working on it. And thank you everybody. I feel very blessed. I was very depressed. I couldn't put my best foot forward for y'all. And again, I'm putting out the call. If Neil, if you're out listening, Neil Pasco, Nate Mack, I don't know what you call him, but contact me again. I can't find that app with your message on it. Let's flow. I got time this morning. But I got to sort this computer issue. I have a day off, so I'll be vacating in the premises. Well, it's not happy with this at all. See what happens if you lock up your computer? Well, let's turn this off. Everything I can. When they don't want me to see this, I'll go somewhere else. Oh, here we go. I had turned it off. Well, I can blame myself. That's odd, isn't it? It's not moving with the rest of the cloud. Something's just sitting there. That's very odd, actually. So let's look at it. I have an oddity. Something is moving along slowly. It could be a strato cruiser. It could be a ship at sea with blowing up water into the sky. Cloud brightening. Marine cloud brightening. It's sanctioned and well talked about. Right, we're going in. I'm worried about you again, Lismar. And a big bank of shit coming. Had a big chem rocket go off here. And they put up the plumes. Yep, they've turned the energized stuff off. Here comes the bigger clouds. Why do they always hit you guys at night? Another fore and out chem bomb plume over to my left. Watch this. See what we can do with this. So look at a particular. I'm looking at this. Sorry if you can't see my cursor. Let's see if we can fix that in the future. You know, I got a writing tablet. I've had one for a long time. This computer won't run it. Yeah, so I'll be able to point at things a bit better if I can run the right program. And if I'm thrifty, I'll get the build I need and the programs put in it as I build it. So I'm going to come straight in with graphics. That's what I'm building for. Oh, look like a dragon for a minute. Then that's actually kind of cool. Let's have that. I'm going to have that. Y'all bear with me a minute. I'm going to turn some of these city names up. I think that's cool. So if I think it's cool, I have a very vast cloud collection, and that's just becoming part of it. What I want to talk about using Aether, that EMF often manipulates in interdimensional entity interactions with ours. I show stuff like that. Because I'm a wascally wabbit, man. I love to think about the cool things around the campfire, you know? Remember when you used to look up at the sky and imagine your own imaginarium? No, I never stopped. That 5-year-old inside me, he's still there. And he is very playful. Boom, boom, boom went the plumes. Would you look at the gilt here? Coming down over the ocean, a big old plume. Psst, into the cloud it goes. Around the corner and up your nose. That's what's happening, man. You're breathing it. Psst, and in your nose it goes. Have it, have it, have it every day. It may not have a needle. It may not have marks on the side of it, but this thing will alter your life and your body and your DNA just the same. This is worse than vaccine. It's happening now. It's coming over your street now. It is marching down your road, and I'm proving it right here. It may not be holding you down and force jabbing you because you're breathing, and they know it. Whatever that was is dispersed. It made a cloud of something, and away it goes. And it's falling out. That stuff falls out. What goes up must come down, and when it's already up, we need to know what's going down. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look up. What's going down? Battle lines being drawn. Weather wars taking out our throngs. That's what they did to you. The sheep losing their minds, thinking vaccination's gonna cure their mind. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. This is what's going down, folks. Big love, peace.